and welcome back to the allotment. Just a quick update. So the sage is happy, as you can tell, and beautifully a butterfly. Thank you, Mr. Butterfly. Hello. Oh, bye. So the asparagus is completely overgrown, but we didn't get that many stalks off of it this year. It's spears, even not stalks. We didn't get that many spears, so we just kind of left it. We've got some spring onions growing in there, as well as some grass. The strawberries are now done for the year, so we do have a blackberry cane in there, but as it is, the fig tree is dead. Completely, utterly dead. So we're going to move that into what was the fig tree one. We don't know what to do about this because the peach tree, it hasn't grown anything. At least it's got some leaves back, but it hasn't really grown anything. It's got no peaches on it. We've really struggled with it, so we're thinking about just calling it and getting rid. But we will see. The blueberries are coming along. We've got quite a few plums off the new plum tree, which is nice. Again, lots of blueberries. We do have a peach on this one, so he'll be alright. He will survive the cold. And then no pears, which is a shame because we do like the pears. And then in what was the tomato planter and is now the pepper and chili pepper planter. So you can see we've got some flowers, and I did see a little pepper. So yes, the peppers are coming along. The chilies, I'm sure they will eventually. Oh, and then just some seedlings at the top that I don't think we'll probably do a great deal with now. So we'll pop them in there. They were tomatoes that we thought had died, and obviously they have not because they have tomatoes on, so we will have them. In the greenhouse we have lots and lots of tomatoes. We have lots and lots of cucumbers too. These are a variety. They're a bit smaller, so they're a bit sweeter, because we found that they would just grow, and then they'd just be awful. So we ended up getting a different variety, and they're really nice. So I is pleased. I do need to water in there in a minute though, because as you can see, the ground is a little bit dry. So scoot round. One lettuce that has actually done quite well. Don't usually do that well with lettuce, so it's quite nice. We have the broccoli, no heads on them yet. We did have cauliflower there. It actually did amazing. Never been able to get a cauliflower to do well, so that was quite nice. We have some lovely looking cabbages. Oh, so exciting. And then as you can see over here, if I get past all the lavender, we have lots and lots of plums. Yes. And then in here we have lots of runner bean flowers. I did see some, oh yeah, there you go. I was going to say, I did see some runner beans in here, if it ever wants to focus. We've got beetroot down here that's growing nicely. We've got like French beans, another climbing beans there, which is good. The Brussels sprouts, that's the one. The Brussels sprout plants are doing really well. We'll probably have to take the netting off soon. Problem is, the sooner we take the netting off, the sooner that the birds start eating the tops. So it's one of those, you want to leave it a little bit longer. We have Swiss chard down here. We meant to sow beetroot. We sowed Swiss chard, which has immensely confused us because we kept thinking it had bolted, but it has not. It is just not beetroot. The onions need to come out and also need de-weeding, but the onions need to come out because they are starting to flop over, which means they are now done, and we can go and store them in the garage, allow them to dry, and they will be all good. We do have some pak choy. Pak choy is really nice. So yeah, we've got that growing, and then we have pumpkins, and then I've got a lot of de-weeding to do this week, as long as the weather holds out, because it was awful last week. So we will see. Bloody moths. I heard something moving. I couldn't tell if it was in the allotment or not. we back onto a nature reserve, so it can be quite fun to see what sort of animals turn up. Anyway, we have Swede, which has done really well this year, as you can see. If I can get my shadow out of there, down there, you might be able to see a bit of Swede. We have the kale, which is doing well, and then some tomato plants, and then the sweet corn plants at the end. We haven't done as many sweet corn plants this year. One, because they didn't grow, and two, we want to try and not alert the badgers to the presence of the allotment this year. And we think that maybe because we did too much sweet corn last year, because that's what they went for, because we did too much sweet corn last year, that's what alerted them. So we're going to try and do it that we've got less sweet corn still, so then we can enjoy it, because it's one of my favourite vegetables, but at the same time it stops the badgers coming. We do have some marrows in the ground. I also have to take the last of the broad beans out because they were all still growing. Marrows and swede. The raspberries are just happy. They have come back with a vengeance. Carrots. Carrots. So we couldn't get the carrots to grow, and then we sowed a load, and as you can see, they've all come up. So we'll be alright for carrots now, which is good. We've got some more lettuce down here. We're just kind of chucking salad stuff in as and when it fits. Swiss chard, where it was supposed to be. And then more tomato plants. And then, as you can see by all the lovely red berries, the red currants and the black currants are ready for harvest, which is what I'm out here to do today. And then I actually need to eat them, because we don't always eat all of them, and then they sit in the freezer. But luckily with having the little man now, he has taken quite the liking to the currants, which is good. So he can eat a lot. We've got the apples. Not that many apples on the tree this year. So I came down here slowly, because if there was going to be a wild animal down here, it was going to be in here. So yes, there's not that many apples this year on the tree. We are, however, going to come down and we are going to chop. So this is supposed to be either a peach or a plum. I can never remember, and I can never remember because we've never had fruit off of it. And as you can see, we've tried hard pruning and it doesn't seem to work. So I think what we're going to do is just drastically cut it back, because as you can see, it's kind of overhanging the apple tree. We wonder if that's why the apple tree is not as happy this year. So we're going to probably I can't say the word. We are going to cut it back quite a lot. And then, as you can see up in the sky, there is the crabapple tree. And again, we haven't actually properly chop that back ever, so we're going to do that as well, and hopefully we can get the cooking apple tree back on track. The eating apple tree, no apples on it at all, so I don't know why it's not happy, but it's not happy this year, so it's not giving us any apples. So you win some, you lose some. So yes, that is a very quick, short, sharp update, so I can crack on and get some berries picked before somebody wakes up from his nap. So yes, thank you all very much for watching, and I will try and do updates more often. Bye!